Okay, everybody, welcome back to the Orsac Narrative Universe. This is going to be a long night of streaming. We're going to start today with Truckin ONU with Brian, James, and Bearbo as they continue their journey across the plains delivering magical goods wherever they can go. Then after this, we're going to stop the stream for probably about 10 or 15 minutes and then start back up with a Three Gods game. Could not have two more different games. Three Gods game is a group game and completely different feel from this game. So should be pretty cool. Should be pretty fun. Both these games, and we're going to start with Brian, James, and Bearbo. And Brian, James, we're going to start with you back on the Lone Star, the giant space station in which you operate. What would you like? We're going to start you the next day. After you've gotten your money and you get a bonus, you have 250,000 money points on you. What would you like to do as you start the day?
I need to go talk to Danny.
Okay.
Or Mr. Lone Star.
Hey! It's good to see you. You're off today. Why are you coming by here now?
Yeah, well, I had something I needed to talk to you about.
Okay. Now I need to know, are you keeping up with the company motto with this conversation? Does this conversation stay in line with the company motto? We don't care.
With that being said, you might not care about this, but it's important to Bearbo and I.
Perfectly fine. Understood.
Well, we were wondering. I know we've been working pretty hard, and I don't quite remember what the vacation policy was on this, but Bearbo got something important coming up. He's got a birthday he's got to be at. And I was wondering if we could, maybe schedule that in as our vacation.
I mean, whenever it happens, sure. I mean, you take the contracts you want. You're not offered anything today. You're completely off today.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You can take you can always take one if you want, but you're not on the rotation right now.
Oh, I understand. I just wanted, I didn't want to throw it at you at the last second or anything. I wanted you to be ready for that because Bearbo isn't sure when it's going to happen yet or if it's even going down. So I just wanted to start off with that and let you know.
Absolutely.
Sure. Well, I'm going to go, since today we're off.
Now I want you to know, just because I don't care doesn't mean I don't understand contractual obligations and the fact that you need time off. That's just a fact. That increases productivity, and productivity is important. I may not care about you as a person, but I do care about money. And having employees, especially ones that have been as effective as you, happy, well, that makes me more money. So just understand that my behavior towards you may sometimes appear as if I care, but I don't.
Yeah, I kind of get that. You do come off as caring, but the reminder is useful. But for sure, I understand.
Honestly, I personally might care, but the company motto is we don't care, and I'm really strict with that company motto. I believe in the we don't care attitude.
It's important to live by that motto. You don't.
It's branding. It's branding. Yeah, it's branding. Yeah.
Well, Mr. Lone Star,
nothing is
busy.
I'll
let you go.
Nothing is more important than branding, especially on the plains. A lot of people haven't imbibed that, and you'd think after 5,000 years of the dominance of meta power, it'd be clear, but it is. And once you've set a brand, you've just got to dig it in as far as it'll go. Just hit that small bag over and over again, and just run to the ground. We don't care.
I get you. I get you.
Well,
we're gonna enjoy our day off, and when you got the next job for us, let us know.
I sure will. You have a adequate day.
You do yourself.
Okay.
All right. So, with our money, I'm gonna go talk to Bearbo.
Okay. Brian James, something serendipitous has happened.
A young woman came by here. A woman by the name of Prairie Bloody Valley. She wasn't actually that young, but appeared so, for she is a fairy. I'm certain of it. She came with a message from my cousins, the Sasquatch. The party's in 2 days. I'm gonna have to go pick up Bobo, and from there, get to the party. This is very important to me personally, and if you can't take off of work, I completely understand. But, this is something I have to do.
Well, what a coincidence. I just went and gone and talked to Mr. Lone Star if we could get the time on, or, use our vacation time on that, and he said, that would be perfectly fine. If that's going to be in 2 days, we might want to, give him now the time frame. And so when will we need to leave to pick up Bobo?
We're going to have to leave right away. Truth is, I can't seem to get a hold of him. I have a sense of where he is, and not going to lie, it ain't good.
All right, well, we can, what is not good? If you sense him, where is he?
He's in a part of the farm plain that's currently ruled over by the Corn King, a demon of some note. He comes in from time to time and lays claim to part of that realm. And navigating the farm plain in the truck is going to be a nightmare. It's a patchwork of many smaller worlds all put together and bound together by the very concept of farming. And we're going to have to thread that needle. If you cause too much damage in the farm plain, you have to deal with some rightly powerful beings, and I'll tell you, I'm not ready to deal with that right now. Time runs differently on the plains. The day of a certain person's birth, it happens at a different time and a different place. And the Sasquatch cousins, they've picked a place where the time is set in 2 days. And the place is right near the spire where Sigil once stood. Now, my Brian James, this is going to be quite a feat. And I wouldn't ask you to do something like this for what is ultimately a personal matter. While I know we are friends, we are primarily also business partners. And I wouldn't ask you to do anything that would jeopardize you for something as personal as this is to me. Brian James.
No, we're gonna do this one together. I'm gonna make sure you get there. I said that before. I already talked to Mr. Lone Star about it. We're gonna make sure this happens. I think it's important, for us as a team to make sure you good. And I'd like to meet some of your family.
I have to admit, I'm a little mad about what they did. They feed on ranching energy, these Sasquatch, and they could have contacted me directly. Instead, they took a fairy and gave her the mission of delivering it by hand as a way of ranching her. It didn't occur to them the way it would ranch me, or maybe it did. Sometimes the people you're born with are a bit of jerks. The Sasquatch, at least some of them, can be such. They knew what they were doing. I can't say I'm completely happy about it, Brian James.
Yeah, well, we don't get to pick our families, so.
That's certainly true.
How do you want to prep for this? We got some money to use, and I think some upgrades should be coming soon for to the truck. I think we need to make some upgrades, and it'll be a good time to test them out. But if we're dealing with a corn demon, what are we in for? What should we expect?
Oh, they can grow right out of the ground. They have some strange magic, which is akin to unholy in its execution, but is immune to holy magic for various reasons. Not a demon in the traditional sense, more like a twisted god that believes itself to be the one true God. And enough people believe this slightly true, that this is slightly true, that it is giving him a resistance to regular holy magic. But if we burn the fields, it'll hurt the creature. The problem is that burning the fields may spread to the rest of the farm plain, and the consequences could be grave. It's a needle to thread conceptually and in terms of your driving. I hope you're ready, Brian James. This is going to test your mettle in a whole new way.
I think I'm ready mentally, but when it comes to the supplies, uh, I'm thinking, why don't we get ourselves one of those like rams on the front that trains have? We can. If you said he's immune to holy magic, I was gonna say, why not get like a positive energy or a holy or a blessed one? But if that ain't gonna work,
Your best bet's actually a blight.
I,
That's gonna be some doing. That's not something you just go buy at Tim's shop. If we order it there, it's gonna be a very special order. Not something they can do in some hyperbolic time chamber in 3 seconds. And I could do it, but I don't have the time.
well, what if we like if time works weird on this on the farm plane, what if we have it ordered and sent to us, and by the time we get there, it had been like what, like 10 days or enough time for them to make it, but it'll work out perfect for us.
That's a good idea, sir. I like that idea at a game. It depends on how time works in relation to the where you're at now. And the truth is,
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, not something I had marked off exactly. Marked off sigil to here, but not here to the farm plane. So let's see if that's possible. No.
Yeah. So is it like impossible, or is it just gonna cost a lot to get one of these things?
I mean, if you wanted it made on the fly, you're probably looking at somewhere around 100,000, and that just seems slightly expensive for a single mission.
I do agree. Now, what about, you said you might be able to pull it off? Will we get a regular one or one made out of some special metal, and then
It would take me 24 hours at least. I ain't got the time.
I understand.
You're not going to be able to breeze through the farm plane, driving at spell jamming speeds, either above or below. Even if you're taking the air, there are animals, birds, people raise, dragons even. When you're traveling at that speed, you always hit a creature here or there. You do that in the farm plane, you're going to have a much harder time than you have even in Faerun. And that was a ranching supreme.
Just a second. Oh, man.
What?
No, I was, so propane doesn't, it's non-toxic to plants.
Okay.
I was thinking if I could,
Release the propane.
yeah, if we could just use propane instead.
Now, gasoline is very toxic. The problem is, if it ignites, I mean, it'll kill the demon if the corn burns. But it's very hard to contain a fire of that magnitude. You're talking about many, many cities worth of acres of land transformed into this demonic corn that contains this creature within it.
Now, just spitballing. What if I were to, I mean, if we were, so yeah, that would be pretty tough. You can't control all that fire. See, I was thinking if we ride the fire, but I don't have that quite control, making sure it doesn't spread. We're just riding it. Now, okay, this was the other idea I had. I mean, and maybe it's gonna create a worse problem, but you can probably answer that question for me. What if we hire a living flame, something that will control the flame for us? Now, when it does that, it's probably gonna want to take over that land there. Is what I'm thinking the consequence would be.
A gasoline elemental, even a propane elemental, operates just that way. You light it on fire, it becomes a fiery being, and it can release the fire whenever it wants. And it's a wonderful idea. But the scale of the creature we would summon, you're talking about a lord. Maybe a djinn could do it. Maybe a dragon. But in any case, you're going to be dealing with a creature that is likely to cause its own problems long after it's gone.
Yeah. All right. What about flying over it? It can't grow corn in the sky.
No, that's true. And that's a possibility. But if Bobo was in there, and he is, and if he's still alive, and as of right now he is, we're going to have to go down there and fight one way or the other.
So it's looking like maybe we fly over and then drive in. and then drive out. Or, drive by, pick them up.
Sounds like a good idea to me, Brian James. Either way, it's gonna be some tricky driving.
Yeah, I got that covered.
I know you do, brother. I know you do.
Anything you want to do before you go, sir? Anything you want to do before you head out?
Yeah, I want to get a, you know how like James Bond has the machine guns or rockets in the front of his car?
Yes, uh-huh.
I want to get the weaponry for like flamethrowers added, but I don't need them to be, Bearbo has the
You don't need the fuel. Right, right.
Yeah. We just need the weapon itself, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to get that added to your truck on the fly, you're talking about 35,000.
That sounds good to me. I'm not gonna lie. Also, how much does it cost to like? Can you get general luck casted on you?
You can get like True Luck, which lets you roll the same thing. Like it basically gives you a free roll every day, like a free story point, basically, same effect.
Okay. And that would be like just a re-roll on a stat.
Yeah, like it's a story point, a free story point every day, but it's the same effect.
I'm trying to think really quick if there's anything else
That's fair. Take your time.
that we might need. I mean, we got some money to spend. I'm not trying to spend it all.
No, that's fair. Got to be ready for anything a little bit.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, well, never mind. So if I cover the truck in fire and we just burn through and we collide through this stuff and burn it, it's just going to spread anyway from there, right?
Yes. It might. There's a big risk of it. Won't necessarily, but there's a big risk.
And now, is there a way to, I guess, burn something and then take the oxygen away immediately? Like, within an area around the vehicle, we have a layer that just sucks oxygen away so that the fire can't spread. I know, this is kind of a weird thought.
The scale what you're talking about, sir. You're talking about some major magic.
Yeah.
You're just talking about, I mean, you can get it, but you're talking about huge scale.
Yeah. So, okay, yeah. No, I mean, I see what you're saying. I'm trying to find the most cost-effective way. I'm just running through the ideas that I can think of. Can you go? I bet it's more expensive to drill under the farm plane than fly over.
You can't drill. You can't do it really.
Yeah.
There's underground parts to monster farms that go as deep as any part of the as what's above. There's monster farms that have lattice works that are as deep and as broad as anything because there's so many people who raise subterranean monsters as part of their monster farms.
Yeah. I just feel I'm not adequately prepared for this.
I mean, you're not.
Yeah.
You're not going to be. That's the point of doing a game on the fly.
Yeah.
That's why I offered not to have you do it. You can go do your own thing while we find out what happens to Bearbo. It's going to be a fate roll, but I mean, there's just not you don't have the time to be prepared. That's the point. That's the point of the challenge out of game.
Yeah. No, I get you. Okay, one final. Then I got another idea. So, I have the skill. Propane is invisible and odorless. What if we make ourselves invisible? It's a demon though.
Yeah, you're not gonna hide from that creature.
Isn't there invisibility to that's yet again, if that's possible, it's just pretty expensive. So, okay, I think I've run through all my ideas that I can think of at the moment. I think we just gotta wing it at this point.
Okay.
I'm gonna get these flamethrowers though. 45,000, you said?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Wait, never mind. Can I undo that? I just realized I could just turn my whole vehicle into a fiery weapon. I don't need to have flamethrowers.
I mean, yeah, I was wondering why you were doing it, to be honest with you.
Yeah, no, never mind.
You have so much burn stuff options.
Yeah, that's unnecessary. Yeah, no, I guess, I mean, I can't, off the top of my head, yeah, I can't think of anything. So, other than the skills I've attained, that I've added in and stuff, I think that's the best we can do.
Okay.
I'll figure everything else on the go.
Okay. Okay, you're heading out. There is a very easy road from here to the farm plane. It is not there. Obviously, a place like the Lone Star, which connects to goods to the universe, has a very easy access to the farm plane.
Okay.
It would to the food plane if it could, but there's no way since they sealed the food plane in around within Faerun, all those years ago and thousands of years ago in game. It's not an option, but there is a direct line from here to the food for the farm plane. Okay, sir. You travel in, and are you going to fly, or are you going to drive through?
I think our best option is to fly.
Okay, fantastic. Is there anything you want to do as you begin to fly over the farm plane?
Yes, I want to, how high in the farm plane can you go?
How high in the sky?
Yeah.
High, sir. There's no space, but high.
Yeah.
It doesn't go to stellar. It doesn't get stellar up, but it's huge because there's giant monsters that fly around as a part of being a part of some people's farm ring.
Okay. Can I use situational awareness so I can make sure that I don't go up over anybody's or through anybody's airspace? I guess I don't want to get attacked by a monster farmers, dragons, or whatever.
There's no way to guarantee you will be going through people's airspace. There's nothing you can do about that. There's just too much going on. There's no way to you cannot remove the risk from the situation.
All right, then can I use? And monster farmers can farm demons, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it doesn't matter. This is the best I can do. I'm going to use, so just like I can cover my vehicle in fire, I'm going to do that with propane. And I'm going to use propane as invisible and just make us invisible. It's the best I can do against monsters, but if there's demons, then whatever. But that might cut out some of the creatures that are up there.
Okay. So as you travel along,
I gotta tell you, Brian James, I'm fine with the stellar distances. When we're out in space, it just doesn't feel like there's a down. But when we're flying this high up in the air, Brian James, Bearbo doesn't like the feeling of it. It makes me a little ill, if you know what I mean. We gotta pick up Bobo if we're gonna get to this, party. Oh.
You're like really high in the air.
Yeah.
Beautiful creatures surround your vehicle. They are fiery creatures. They look like orbs with flames coming like fingers off of them. Kind of like the ball that you put on that has gases in it that electrifies to your hand, except there's wings in them.
Seraphim of the pseudo.
That looked kind of like an angel.
They're seraphim of the pseudo-elemental planes. I'd stake my life on it.
These are creatures of gasoline, of propane, of butane, that are attracted to your vehicle because of the nature of the magic that is within it. Is there anything you want to do in this situation? They are dancing around your vehicle. It is blue, so blue. There is the sun, which is actually a piece of the firmament here in this realm. And these fiery creatures are surrounding you. You can hear laughter in what there is to hear.
Bearbo, as you said, you're more knowledgeable in these things. How do you think we should approach this?
I mean,
we
they
can't dance.
don't seem to be much of a problem. In fact, they seem to be keeping a nice and safe distance. They understand what we are, and their presence may keep other creatures away. I say we just sit and enjoy the show.
All right, that sounds good to me.
Okay. And indeed, they severely reduce your danger as you travel along. Other creatures, draconic beings, demons, and even bird-like creatures keep a broad distance with the pseudo-seraphim around you. Is there anything that you would like to do as you continue on your journey, Brian James?
I'm going to use superior situational awareness.
Okay. Roll your wisdom, sir. +2.
You know the answer.
You failed it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah, that skill has not done you as much good as it should have, sir.
That's true, even with 12 wisdom.
I mean, when the dice stomp you, they stomp you, man.
Yeah,
Nothing else to say.
But one day I'll be level 15 if I make it.
And then you can get epic. And then you can fail 15s over and over and over.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just, it is what it is at this point.
Yeah.
If anybody watches these on YouTube and watches them all the way through, it would be fun to just count how many times you fail that skill.
I know. I'd love to see the statistics behind that.
The pseudo-seraphim take off at a certain point, and in front of you is a powerful storm cloud. Of course, it must rain here from time to time, and it does rain. It always rains exactly the perfect amount. However, you are high in the sky, and storm elementals are what provide the rain here. This is a living creature that you're about to drive straight through. It may not be happy about that. Your option might be to go round,
But that's gonna add a slightly amount of time to our journey. We'll be cutting it very close.
Flying through it wouldn't necessarily hurt it, but it could just anger it.
anger it is what you're worried about. And you would be in the midst of a fairly powerful storm elemental. And even if you engaged in combat with it, herding creatures whose job is to maintain a perfect balance for the farm rings that are below might not be kindly take kindly to you attacking the creatures that are serving the plane, as it were.
Yeah.
That said, I don't know what our options are. I guess we could go down and start driving along the roads right in the middle of a storm. Not that that's a huge deal for us, but like I said, threading those needles is slightly difficult.
So going through the cloud itself would anger it, but what if we went right below the cloud, but still through the rain, so we deal with turbulence?
Yeah, that's a great idea. That's a very simple and elegant solution, sir.
I like it, Brian James. Let's give it a shot.
Okay, so you are. It is raining and storming and thundering and lightning. Anything you want to do, or do you have any skills to help you navigate in the situation?
I got a few. I have lightning reflexes. I don't know if that would help me dodge lightning.
Absolutely does, and that's what you're going to need to do. The storm cloud, the storm elemental, this being, is feeling aggressive and playful and fires lightning. That's exactly what it's about to start doing, is firing lightning at you. With lightning reflexes, that certainly helps. Roll your dex 3 times first.
Also, I do also have I have driving blind, so if the storm is
fantastic.
too dense.
What else?
I have, drive through chaos.
Okay. Roll your wisdom for your drive through chaos. I didn't do that on purpose. I've been making that's the rule. I just thought halfway through after I said it, I was like, he can't make his wisdom to save his life. So
Yeah. I also have nerves of steel.
okay, well that doesn't really help you in this situation. That would affect you more like if fear was to overtake you or something like that.
Okay. Well, I consider. Oh, okay. Yeah. No, you're right. But that would be useful in turbulence, though. I thought having nerves of steel while flying through.
In turbulence, you're not having to worry about turbulence right now. You're having to worry about a storm elemental throwing lightning bolts at you, sir.
Sounds good. Then yeah. No. Other than that, the improved lightning reflexes. What do I got to do for that?
So roll your dex at +1 3 times first.
How many times?
3.
Okay, I made 2.
What about the third?
And I crit the third one.
Boom. So with this, you only have to roll against me on the 100-sided twice then, and you're going to get a +20 on those rolls. So beat an 11, you can't fail. So you got that one automatically.
I got it.
And now beat a 61.
I rolled a 28, but
So that
I'm going to
doesn't...
try my mounted luck.
Okay. Bet you right now you wish you got that True Luck spell, huh?
Kind of, but hey, it's good. I rolled a 4, and I'm 10% mounted luck.
You got your mounted luck goes up every level, right?
Oh my god, I thought you had to put points in it.
No, it goes up every level, sir.
Oh, geez.
There's no way you're mounted.
3 levels. So
Okay, then you have 25% mounted luck. It goes all the way up to 45%. And that hit me right. I knew you haven't told me the number. When you just told me it was 10, I was like, has he not been upping his mounted luck? It goes up like any other luck skill, sir.
Okay.
Good for you. You got it. You got it either way. So the mounted luck takes care of it, and y'all get past the storm. Anything you want to do is you continue along.
Try that situational awareness again.
Okay. Let's give it a shot. No, of course not. Sir, y'all come across a vast area that's taken over by corn. Beautiful, beautiful yellow corn. In the center, you see what appears to be some kind of structure, perhaps made up of like corn husks, and there are 3 crosses around the structure with people on them. 2 people and 1 chimpanzee man.
Is he being
Yes,
crucified?
that's what it does. Yes, that's what the creature does. Mm-hmm.
The demon is hungry. It will feed soon. We're gonna have to get down there and do what we can to save old Bobo. I can't lose another cousin, I'll tell you that much. Not right now.
I understand, Bearbo. We're gonna get him. Give me a second to think. How we gonna do it?
It's waiting there on the ground, Brian James. As soon as we get there, it's gonna come out, and it's large, and it's fearsome, amorphous, made of the energies of the demon itself. This is going to be dangerous.
Now, maybe just a dumb idea, but I'm just gonna throw it at you. How about I go ramming right? Wait, it's under the ground, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh man. Well, I have perfect timekeeping. Okay, so if I have perfect timekeeping, and the second we get there, it's gonna jump on us, right? We know that.
Probably, yeah.
Probably. Now, if I can... Oh, no, I can't. I can't stop in a second. Bearbo, can you make sure it comes out of the ground at the right time?
I cannot. I have no influence over a creature like this. It's slightly powerful. Don't underestimate it.
Well, see, I'm thinking if I can just... If we're lucky and it comes out right before we get to Bobo, I ram it in the face, and you jump off the truck and get Bobo. We might have to split the team a bit. But if I can distract it for just a round or 2, and you get Bobo off, we might be able to just get out of here. Again, I said that was a dumb idea. But when do we do smart ideas?
I mean, Run it by me again so I can give it a second think.
We get lucky. I drive down there at 600 mile per hour or spell jamming speeds.
You can't do spell jam. There's no way. Oh, you're gonna you're not gonna. It'll just wait off, sir, if it thinks you're gonna do that. Yeah, and it's got large.
It's got a pretty powerful awareness of its surroundings down there in the corn. It might as well be a god.
I mean, then it just lets you hit the ground, sir.
Yeah. If we burn the whole place, we might kill Bobo.
Yeah, and worse. I don't think there's any way to avoid some kind of conflict with this creature. It's just about how fast you get over there, get these guys, and come out.
We gotta get all three.
We don't have to.
Ah, man.
You're only here for Bobo. But I don't see how you avoid a conflict with this creature altogether. You might have an idea that I don't have. But
No. I'm not trying to avoid it altogether. I'm just trying to think of distracting it for just long enough for us to get Bobo and then getting out of there. But if I can't force it.
That is an excellent idea. That gives me an idea, one you had earlier. We could summon a lesser elemental. Third, maybe fourth echelon. Send it to a different part of the field. The creature will go to do battle with it. We instruct it to leave when it's done. To transform the fire back into gasoline. And then just leave. Why not? The gasoline's elemental's control over the fire that flows from it is, you know what I could even do better? Alcohol. Simple isopropyl demon. Set him up, set him on fire, burns clean. You'll be able to light it on fire. The creature might go and deal with the problem. He'll be able to put the fire out, preventing a larger scale issue. And then when we're done, I have something else up my sleeve. Something that's going to take care of this creature, not quickly, but it'll be a boon to this place around me.
Alright, I like that.
Very well. Let's give it a shot.
Summon me an isopropyl demon. The isopropyl demon appears and then disappears because it does not obey.
I'm sorry about that. That doesn't usually happen to me. I guess we're gonna have to go a step lower. And hopefully this time, the third echelon demon will, it'll be fine. I'm sure that'll be.
So I'm going to drop more mana. And that one also rebels.
I don't think we're gonna do it with you know what, Brian James? Never mind.
I was going to say, maybe I'm sitting too close to you. And Bearbo's got.
Let me drink one of my mana potions, or I'll give this another shot. Okay. It's not like it's a limited number of times a day I can try. I'm just anyways, we're gonna give this another shot. Fourth echelon.
Maybe we'll get lucky. Yeah.
Okay.
The fourth echelon isopropyl demon comes. It's another one that comes, and it is under his control. What can I do for you? What can I do for you?
I need you to go down there, about right there into that corn. I need you to set a fire. Ooh, I can do that. I can do that. Once the fire spreads, a creature's gonna come. That creature's going to be able to beat you within an inch of your life. I don't like that. I know. As soon as it's within eyesight, put the fire out, get back home, wherever you want to go. We just need you there long enough for us to try to get down there and pick up my cousin. I can do that. Good. Appreciate you.
And the isopropyl demon heads down as y'all go the opposite direction.
I have no way of knowing if that creature's going to react to the fire or not. We're probably not going to know until we're down there.
Man, dude, your luck just turned around in one roll.
Oh, thank God.
That was 100. That was 100. Trip zeros, sir. 100, sir. Good job. Good rolling. The plan works perfectly, sir. The isopropyl demon spreads itself over a large area of the corn, and the corn catches on fire. The fire is clear. You can't. If you burn like isopropyl alcohol, it tends to burn pretty clear. And you watch the demon go the other direction.
Let's get this done, Brian James. Work like a charm.
See, sometimes I don't have an idea of how something can be solved, but then in the brainstorming process, something presents itself. You had said earlier we could burn it, and then you said distraction. Finally clicked what you could do. Okay, sir. Let's pick these guys up.
All right.
Okay. Y'all land.
Bearbo. Bobo. Bearbo, you gonna get me down from here? I don't know, Brobo. I kinda like you up there. Get me down from here. Where's dog, Bearbo? He, took off. He left you here? It's not the first time. Well, certainly you want to go pick him up. He'll be back. Inexplicable arrival. Oh, yeah, of course. Must be nice to be able to... Never mind, let's just get you down from here.
He starts taking him down. Hey! Please help me!
Of course, we got the time.
Get all three people out. Thank you! Thank you, God!
That's right. And now, let's take off from here, Brian James. The plan was perfect, and the execution excellent. Let's leave this thing a little bit of a gift, as it were.
And he starts casting, chanting over his chicken head and rubbing things inside of his bag, like moving things around. And a green liquid appears over the entire area, like from under the car, like your mass spraying it.
Good old-fashioned defoliant, another gift from the pseudo-elemental planes. Normally not something that's well-loved in mass quantities on the farm plane, but when the corn demon's about, probably just the thing the doctor ordered.
And
give it a few go-around, Brian James. Let's make sure this thing regrets ever messing with my cousin. Thank you, Bobo.
Yes, thank you very much. Oh, none of them can hear me. Hi, dog here. The dog just appears.
Dog, how could you just leave me there? How could you just leave me there, dog?
I mean, what was I going to do? It was a demon god under the ground. I had nothing to do. I saw a chance and I ran. I knew you'd make it out. Everything would be fine. I want you to know I was depressed. I was really, really sad. I didn't know how I was going to eat or anything.
Still talking to your dog there, Bobo?
Yes, Bearbo. And y'all spread around the defoliant from the pseudo-elemental planes and take off. Can you drop us off at the farm?
I'm sorry. We're gonna have to drop you off at the nearest town.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. Upon you, light appears as a boon of the farm plane is gifted to both Brian James and Bearbo.
Now, Brian James, the movement from here to the spar is pretty easy. Let's take her home.
You know, I was just thinking, we could have bought ourselves some of that Agent Orange from the Vietnam. Threw it all over there. You know, you got me thinking when you used that defoliant or whatever, that pseudo-elemental stuff.
Well, any defoliant still takes time, Brian James. And by the time it worked, Bobo will probably be dead.
That's true.
Thank you for saving me. No problem, Bobo. Birthday's in a few hours. Where? Outlands, right near the spire.
Oh. I was hoping for something a little more wild, like the Beastlands.
Merle, can't always get what we want.
Okay, sir. Roll. You navigate to the bottom of the spire, and you just see acres and acres of Sasquatch, just covering enormous swathes of area. Many of them wearing overalls, hats, shirts, jackets, kind of like Bearbo does, and barbecuing. There's some fire pits going, and looks like a good old time.
Oh, the party's already started. Oh, I haven't had me any Diplodocus ribs in a long time. I'm ready for some dinosaur. Yeah. It's gonna be fun, Bearbo. It is. Happy birthday, Bobo. Happy birthday, Bearbo.
And they all land. And it is a party, sir. There's portals to the ranching party. The music's going. Just an absolute unbelievable sight. And the barbecue is mind-blowing. Everybody greets Bobo! Bearbo! Bobo! Bearbo!
It's good to see you. Good to see you.
There's like a portal that leads to like a colder realm where the Yeti are, and people pass their beers through the portal to get them cold. Just an absolute unbelievable party. Music get going, people playing different kinds of instruments, stuff you've never even seen before. And the biggest portal leads to the Outback, because that's where these Sasquatch live. Is there anything you want to do here, sir? There's stuff you can buy you can't buy anywhere else. The food, like I said, is incredible. It is, and everybody is just surrounding Bearbo and Bobo.
I'm gonna let Bearbo and Bobo enjoy, but I will toss a happy birthday to them.
Everybody, calm down for 1 minute, and then we can get back to the partying. Because everybody knows Bearbo likes a good party. We wouldn't have been able to make it today, and I don't even know if I'd be in a position to make it without my good friend Brian James. Everybody lift a can to Brian James, the best damn trucker on any of the plains. To Brian James.
And they all say, to Brian James.
Thank y'all so much, but this is Bearbo and Bobo's and all y'all's day, so I hope y'all enjoy. I'm gonna grab myself some beer and some of them ribs, and they got that potato salad.
Yeah, oh yes, for sure. Are you kidding me? Potato salad that would make the farm plane envious. And he gives a nod to you, and it's a good day. You can't beat it. They bring out a cake, which is a savory cake. It's got like possum and raccoon and all kinds of armadillo and stuff like that cooked into it, and it's like more like a pot pie, and they sing happy birthday, and
before we go, I'd like to remember our other cousin who can't be here today. Died in the war against he whose name is lies and blasphemy and the shadow of God. Tabubo.
Tabubo. And that's a game, sir. Give yourself a level, sir. Well earned, and that was fun, sir. I'm glad you were right to take the time. I can't lie and say there was a point where I was like, he's not going to figure out a solution. Then you did, which again shows what's so great about tabletop role-playing games, because there's always stuff that the DM doesn't think about, and sometimes the player doesn't think about. And also, what I like about one-on-one games is that they're so collaborative. In group games, there has to be a little bit more of a separation between what I do and what the player does. But in a one-on-one, because I'm playing your your partner, it's
Yeah.
more important to think collaboratively about the situation, and good stuff happens.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun.
Well, I was worried that I had like spent way too much time prepping, but it ended up,
No, it all worked out, sir. Even
Yeah.
the time, because the thought you put into it earlier, combined with the thought you had later, led to the the end result. So good for you, man.
Yeah. Well, I also have to, give it to that 100.
Yeah, I mean, well, no, not necessarily. I mean, just had to roll well. You might have had to make some more rolls, but you got lucky. But you can only get lucky if you set things up so that you can be lucky. So, cool, man. Well, I am going to end this stream in about 10-15 minutes. Should be back on another stream, assuming that nothing happens with the Three Gods game. Different group of people, totally different game. Thank you, everybody who was a part of the stream today. Thank you so much. Always a pleasure to play with you. Thank you for your patronage. Thank you for everything you do for the Orsak Narrative Universe. And I'll see y'all in a few minutes with a different configuration and a different title and a different group of players. But for now, the stream is